in the Willowbrook and trying to get myself together. As you guys can see, I don't have nothing on the back of my pants right now. But yesterday I was bleeding a lot, and I'm going to leave the restroom, but it's actually a really nice facility. But I was actually leaving the mall yesterday, and I don't like to say this, but I had blood all over these pants that I have on, and I actually had to go in that restroom right there, and I had to wash them like with soap and scrub them, and then I had to use the hand dryer to dry them a little bit. And so, you know what really tripped me out, and so I had to come back up here today or whatever. I could have went somewhere else, but I was right over here by here, so I came to charge my phone. And basically, like, there were some of them, some white women that looking at the back of my pants like she wanted to still see blood. It's like you looking at the back there, it's like they were getting off on seeing blood on the back of my pants. Just like in the jail, like when I was bleeding and people knew I was pregnant, like it's like they was hoping, oh well, she'll have a miscarriage. So I went into labor, and I've had people stop my labor. And so basically, let me see, I'm trying to get to where I'm getting out of here. I'm leaving out of this mall right now. And there's people all over following me and everything because I am pregnant. And I am pregnant by Austin John Metter. So all that trying to mess with me and make me afraid, you know, so they could say I'm crazy. Like the guy last night, I went to his house and he was cutting the lights on and off while I was asleep and making all this noise and cursing loud and everything in the house, you know, and I just was used to it, so I didn't say nothing. I just went back to sleep because I know the moment that I say, dude, like, why are you cutting on the lights and cursing and doing all of that? It's an argument, like. So anyway, is this Sephora? Oh wow, and I got on the Sephora colors. I actually love Sephora. Like, I'm a model, and I know people have gotten all kind of bad pictures of me, but that's what they do. Look, I'm right here in front of Sephora, you guys. Yeah, it's my favorite store. So anyway, my mom left me $100,000 when she died, and she left $100,000 to my sisters as well. But the money is gone. I never really told anybody about the money. You know, I lived off of it in the Woodlands, Texas, in Magnolia at the Grand Estates Woodlands. And I bought me a little car, you know, but there were people coming in and out of my life who, that's all they cared about was money. And so all I really wanted was God to bless me with a little boy. And he blessed me with a son. And at the end of this video, I will leave some pictures of me and my first child, my first son. It was the only time I was ever pregnant by Austin John Metter. He is a convicted felon. I know they say the good girls are attracted to the bad guys, but basically that's what happened. And he was abusing me and my son. And unfortunately, I had to defend myself with a deadly weapon. And I would say acquitted, but it never went to trial, so I can't really use that word. Basically, the charges were dropped because they did not have sufficient evidence to charge me with using a deadly weapon, because there was a sufficient amount of evidence to prove that I needed to use something to protect myself. So basically, they decided to try to falsify the arrest record and basically make it seem like I did not have a right to use a weapon. Well, it all came out, and then I ended up being pregnant as well in the jail, and they didn't give me any medical care. They actually kind of caused me a lot of distress. So they were denying my pregnancy, and they have hospitals denying my pregnancy as well. And it's running really deep, but Austin Metter basically is the one who they have sufficient amount of evidence to charge. And he's not, oh look you guys, Victoria's Secret, this is my store right here, you guys, Vicky I actually did a photo shoot when I was really, really skinny, and I was sucking it in. But in my Victoria's Secret, I'm gonna leave some pictures of that too. And I know some of y'all might say I'm not pregnant, but I was sucking it in, like, for real. Y'all just don't understand. And this was, I took the first photo shoot when I first got to Lily Morris's house. And basically, oh, I got lost. Okay, I need to go to Dillard's. Okay, I'm going back this way. So when I first got to her house, I did a photo shoot in the Victoria's Secret, but I was really skinny, and I'm gonna show y'all how small my stomach was because when I got out of the jail, I had a pretty big bump or whatever. But the thing is that people were kind of like starving me in their house, so it kept getting smaller. And this is how it gets smaller, like having me outside, denying me shelter, starving me. Like, this is how my stomach gets smaller so they can cover it up. So sometimes you will see that my stomach is big because I was eating good, I had somewhere to lay, but then you'll see it back small again, and that's because they got me walking around with nowhere to go, and no food. So this is why my baby bump will like fluctuate, and I can suck it in really good too. Like, I can show you. I know how to suck it in, like, because I had to, because I didn't know. I didn't know at first that some of the men knew that I was pregnant when they were bringing me into the house. So I was sucking it in so they wouldn't, be like, oh, I don't want to help her, she's pregnant. So basically, like right there, you can tell I'm pregnant. But I can suck it in. So this is what I was doing on my modeling photos at first, like, and you can tell because I look kind of like stiff and everything, and that's because I was sucking it in, and I was already small anyway. Oh wow, I could feel some like blood or whatever, like, but I was sucking it in anyway. So I don't need to do that anymore. But yeah, and I'm not doing that no more. I'm not gonna suck it in no more. But and then I had been there at Lily Morris's house for a while, and I was eating, and my pregnancy started to develop a lot better. So you could see the bump, and everybody was like staring at my bump, like, oh my God, you can see it. And then they were trying to like not bring me food, and then whatever food they were bringing me, it was tampered with. Right now I'm in Dillard's, and I absolutely love Dillard's, but I cannot afford anything out of this store. But yeah, so basically that's what took place. And so now I'm out here walking off the baby weight again. I said I was going to go to one of these mirrors and show y'all because this is really ridiculous. And yeah, I know, like, I need to get myself together. I look great. So I'm going to leave some pictures of me and my first son at the end of this video. And I'm also going to leave some pictures of my modeling, like how small I was when I first got to Lily Morris's house. But if I need to, I'll leave a couple of pictures as well of what my stomach looked like when I got out of the jail. And I'll leave one for like each stage of how it fluctuated. So when I first got out of jail, when I went to my sister's house, when I went to Colin's house, I'll show you how small my stomach was. And then I'll show you like a few more of when it was small, like when I was on the streets, and then when I was in people's home, how it got bigger, and then like kind of where it is now. So it's like people were just trying to cover it up. So here it is. Like, I'm gonna turn the video around.